Hello, I am Kevin. Welcome to Gen Z Weirdos. I'm here to represent all the weirdos in our Generation Z. So pretty much what I want to talk about today is just YouTube in general, since this is the first video I'm making. I've been around YouTube a lot. I've actually grown up off of YouTube. I remember the first time I watched YouTube was probably back in 2007, 2008 maybe. My babysitter came over and we didn't have much to do. I guess the crayons weren't as interesting after a little bit. So she went and was like, "You gotta watch this video. There's this new website." So she went up and she went on YouTube. She typed in Fred, right? And I assume everyone knows who Fred is. He was like the first big famous like person who blew up on YouTube and on like the internet. And it was a video. It was like uh, it was Fred, and he was in this little pool. It was like this baby pool, and he was floating around, and he has a super high voice, and that was the gimmick, you know. He was like the first person that figured out how to like manipulate his voice right, and then just have a stupid character about it. But back then it was like revolutionary, and he was like the funniest thing ever. I remember when I saw that video, it was like, oh my gosh, this is hilarious. This is the best thing ever. And then since then, I just kept on watching YouTube every time I could go on my parents' old desktop. I'd be watching whatever videos. I remember Nigga Higga, like all the how to be gangster, how to be ninja, how to be emo. All those videos were hilarious. Ray William Johnson was awesome. He had like equals three. It was like three internet videos, right? And pretty much in those internet videos, he would like do commentary and make jokes about them. So that was super interesting. I love Shane Dawson early on too. He would act as he played different characters in his family, and his family's like a super crazy family. So he would just play his mom or his brother and different things like that. So that was super funny. I remember Shane Dawson made a video, Fred is Dead. That's one of his most viewed videos, and I remember because I used to like Fred, right? And then when Shane Dawson was ratting on Fred and Fred is Dead, that was like a super uh, like edgy video back then when we were like 10 years old. So he went down in the basement. We all watched it, and it was hilarious. Like he shoots Fred, and like he kills Fred. It was like the best video ever. I remember I transitioned away from what do you call it? Like the desktop version, right? And then once I got like a Generation 2 iPod, right? I skipped the whole an iPod Touch, right? It didn't have the camera, it didn't have anything like that. I think that was Gen like 3 or 4 that had that. But the second generation iPod, I remember it came installed with the YouTube app, and this is when the YouTube app looked completely different. Right, I remember it looked like an old-fashioned like black and white TV, and I remember that's when YouTube didn't have any ads or anything, right? So you could just watch YouTube for hours, not any ads. Nowadays, if you watch like a 30-minute video, you're getting like 5 ads in there. And yeah, that's crazy. I remember as well, they used to organize like instead of the trending page and things like that, they would have a page that was organized just like most viewed this week, this month, this year. And if I remember correctly, there weren't really many categories. It was just like most viewed, and like you could look in different countries and whatnot. So it was just super early on, and like that iPod. Well, once I actually had it on my iPod, like I'd watch like dozens of hours every single week. Like watching YouTube was like a full-time job when I got that iPod. Because there's just so much media to consume, so much stuff. I remember like I watched Ray William Johnson, his Equals Three show, like until like 3, 4 in the morning, every single night, before I would even go to bed. And like obviously when you're that young, you don't have to get to sleep to go to school the next day. So I'd just be watching tons of that. I also remember like I first watched like anime, like Funimation. You could watch like everything on YouTube without any ads. So I would just be binge watching like Soul Eater and just different animes on that too. Super fun. So what else do I have on my list? Um, yeah, I remember like a few of the first viral videos. There's like Leave Britney Alone. It was all these like South Park made fun of. It was and like a good like YouTube video that represents like the first good viral videos of YouTube is like Weezer, Pork and Beans. They made a YouTube video with like all the famous people who were in the past. It was like Afro Ninja, um, Leave Britney Alone. Like it was this guy that was crying about people being mean to Britney Spears. What else was there? There's Chocolate Rain. Like let's see if I can do it. Like, chocolate rain, some stay dry and others feel the pain. So there's that one, super good. Um, I don't know. Fred had tons of videos that were coming up. Um, yeah, what else? Uh, my older sister even like Jenna Marbles. I remember she was like one of the first female YouTubers. Like iJustine, she was doing all the like Apple reviews, and my sister liked Jenna Marbles a lot, so I would even venture into the girl territory and watch Jenna Marbles stuff. Just a couple of her videos, if I remember. But yeah, one of my fondest memories of YouTube was I went and I recently discovered Smosh, which was like one of the first big YouTube channels that made it to like the first to 5 million views or something like that. And I brought it over to my friend's Ryan's house. And when I brought it over to my friend's Ryan's house, we found this video called Crybaby, right? And pretty much what the premise of the movie was that there was this toy baby that was like chasing after Alex and Ian, and like being super crazy to them, and like just they got stuck in a playground, and I remember he got stuck in like this one thing. It was just super stupid, but I remember like it was the funniest thing ever. Like we couldn't even stop laughing. Like it's like the best kind of laugh when like you can't stop and it hurts, like uncontrollable laughter. It was so funny. So it was like a really good memory of YouTube videos. Just like before, like we had social media, and like when we were like sending links to people or sending videos to people, I remember the best part of YouTube would be like when you found a super funny YouTube video, you would actually like show it to someone, right? Because we didn't have like Facebook or Snapchat or whatever to send over links or whatever. So when I found a funny video, I'd actually just show it to my friends, like, and we'd watch it together, and it would be like a super cool experience where you'd actually watch it together. So that's something I really miss about the old YouTube back in the day. Um, so I guess my YouTube channel and why I haven't done it sooner. So like I've pretty much been raised off YouTube. Like I said, I've watched thousands and thousands of hours. I've seen tons of famous people come and go in the YouTube community. I've seen people develop. I've seen people get doxxed. Um, I've seen tons of drama. Recently, there's been like tons of drama. I've seen like the meme culture. I've seen it develop from like super simple stuff with like video review or video responses you could make to like video responses don't even exist, and it's just people trying to create the most viral content and then doing whatever to get views at this point. I saw it become from a point when it was just for people and their own pleasure to a time where you can actually start making tons of money doing this. Like PewDiePie is richer than God at this point. He's making tons of money, and all he was doing was started playing horror games, and all of a sudden he's like the biggest person, one of the biggest people on the internet. So why I had waited to do this is, I guess I think it was a big part of it. It was I was just nervous, like what are people gonna think, what if my videos aren't interesting, and a lot of the times, like you don't want to think about, you want to what comes to my mind is like the worst case scenario, like you share it and someone that you know back in the day is like, wow, this is dumb, why are you doing this? Obviously I don't think people would even spend the time to, like, if they don't like it, they'll watch 3 seconds of it and then just not ever watch it again. but I've always been so nervous about what people are gonna think if I started to make YouTube videos. And but at the same time, I think I know how to like make viral content. Obviously, this isn't gonna be anything viral. This is just a good segue into opening up. But yeah, I don't know. It's I think the hardest part is whenever I would hear my voice recorded too. You know, whenever you hear your voice recorded, you like think like, wow, my voice is awful. Like I should shut the fuck up, right? Like yeah, because my voice sounds like decent right now, like your own voice, but I'm sure when I like look back at this video recording of myself, I'm gonna be cringing like, oh my gosh, do I really sound like that? Is it really worth it? I was talking about how I was nervous about what people were gonna think, and like I might even delete this, but no, I'll probably end up posting it anyway. But I'm sure once I hear my voice, I'm gonna be cringing pretty good there. I'm sure you all can relate. But yeah, I guess just maybe just wasted time too. Like, there's so many. How am I gonna be out of the tons of people making videos? How am I gonna be the one to go viral? And I guess I just come to realize like it doesn't matter if I go viral or how big I get, as long as I can like impact a couple people. It just talk anywhere, you know, just record stuff that I want to talk about. It doesn't matter really how many people watch it, but if it is meaningful content and it is content that you want to create, that's really important. And there's a lot of people right now that I've seen on the platform are just doing the trends on YouTube, and I'm just trying to like make money off of it. It is a job, and it seems so monotonous what they're doing. They're now slime is popular, so they're doing like 100 things to do with slime. I remember like a few years ago, it was like the hot knife challenge, like 1,000 degree knife, where they would like torch up a knife and then cut different things with it. And then everyone is just on these videos where they're just want to make the money, but they're not making the things they want to do. And like a lot of content creators now, they're actually making videos that they want to do, and those are being very successful just because they actually has passion involved with them, and they're just not like factory made videos. So yeah, that's why I decided to do it right now. There's obviously coronavirus going on right now, so I have the extra time. So why not start a channel right now? It sounds like a good idea. Hopefully my voice isn't too cringy when I look this over and I'm able to post this. I'll be posting videos hopefully at least a couple times a week now that I have time. But yeah, whether if you've known me in the past, if you're, hopefully you can subscribe. What did everyone says, like, please like, subscribe, push the bell notifications, and I'll see you next Thursday or whatever. But yeah, I'm excited to get this YouTube channel rolling. Hopefully you like some of the stuff I talk about. The name of the channel is Gen Z Weirdos, so I'm just gonna be talking probably about just different situations in the world, right? That like Gen Zers can relate to, because we're kind of in the backseat right now with baby boomers, and like millennials in particular. Like millennials kind of own the internet right now, but like Gen Zers were on the come up, and we see the world a lot different than people who are 10 years older than us. You know, we've kind of been seen and we've been around technology our whole lives, right? And we've seen technology progress very rapidly from the beginning, right? I remember I had the super old computer where you had to boot it up and it'd make the weird noises, and now I'm like have a super nice camera that's attached right to my phone. So technology's increased crazy amount in just the last 10-15 years. But yeah, I just like to give an outlook as someone in Gen Z, and I'm sure my content will change as I go. But yeah, that's a little background about YouTube, my background. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace.